Hey, Corn folk, welcome back. We finally got our doubled up order in store this week. And we also had a little luck finding some half dollars from banks this week after a couple weeks striking out. One bank had a dollar's worth that was all 2024s, and we had one customer wrap roll. We'll go ahead and open it. I've yet to find a silver in any customer wrap, so I have zero faith, but yeah, little dirty edge on one of them, but she's just a 77. So, yep, unfortunately, still waiting on our customer wraps to come through one of these days. But set those to the side for the minute. Open up our boxes, see if we see anything crazy happening on top. Probably do the hunt a little different this week, just having this many boxes. I don't know how exactly we'll set up the video, but it's like all circulated. Just one or two newer enders on the top of that one. Shove her to the side. And all circulated. I don't see a single newer ender on that one. So, it's a hunt at least. Got that going for it. Need just a, no doubt about it, ender is what we need though. Haven't seen one of those in a minute. Whoa. That might be our first box ever of all brand new coins. Looks like 2024 Philly. I don't see a single circulated coin. That may make the hunt a bit shorter. Wow. Yep. Full box, looks like. I don't see anything in there besides brand new 2024. But I have seen people pull a silver or two out of them, so you never know. We'll have to open them up and get them mixed in either way. And last, please don't be 2024. Oh, Lord. Well, we tried to double up our hunts, but we got two brand new boxes. So that's not what we were looking for, but it's what we got, so it's what we're gonna do. At least we got two circulated ones over here, and we'll jump in, see where we land. So I'll be back at some point. Well, out of the first roll that we opened up that had one circulated ender on it, there ended up being 6 circulated coins in there. All the rest were 2024s. So at least we might have a little mix in the box, but first roll here, we had a couple of DDRs. We had one here with a little doubling on the snake and the eagle's mouth there, a little under the beak, and some up here on the ribbon as well. And then kind of right at the bottom of the banner, fairly shallow, but got a little doubling in there. That one's not listed. And then we have this one, which is listed, DDR number 1. See a pretty good doubling along the inside part of the wing there, and a little bit on the snake as well, and the eagle's mouth. So we'll take that. I found plenty of these, so I'm not going to bother holding on to them, and won't bring you back in. Not going to stack them up and see how many we got. But just figured I'd share at least those, and we're just going to keep on moving through the box and see what else is in there. So let's go. Well, we plugged our way through box number 1 here. We went about as expected. Probably like 95 to 97% brand new 2024s. And nothing really to report out of the box. So we're moving on to the second one. It's going to be a little rough. It can be about the same, but we're going to get through it. You never know. Might find something cool in there. But we'll see. So let's head over. Well, we got through our second box of largely 2024s. Unfortunately, all those kind of heavy rolls were all brand new coins, as kind of expected, but we did have one NIFC out of the box. A beat up, ugly 2002. Is that? Can't even tell. There's a little grime on there. Looks like a Philly. But we got to get better on the second couple boxes, right? I was hoping for something crazy out of the first couple, just like something nice error wise on the 2024s, some missing clad or nice strike through or something, but no luck. Just one ugly NIFC. So we're moving on to the other two circulated boxes and hopefully a lot more finds. So let's go find out. Roll 7, the first circulated box. We're not off to a flying start, but we do have our first NIFC out of this box, a 2013 Philly. A little better shape than the other NIFC we found, so we'll take it, I guess. Hoping for more, but we're going to keep on moving and hopefully find it. So let's go. Very next roll out of the box here, roll 8. We got a 23 Philly with the DDR number 1. See, pretty strong doubling up on the inside part of the wing, on the ribbon and a snake there. A little bit on the tip of the beak, it looks like. So, a little bit of a find. We found quite a few of these over the hunts, but I figured I'd share it since it's the first one out of the box and keep on moving. So, let's go. Roll number 12 here, and we're still riding on the DDR train. This one is the 24 Philly, DDR number 1. See it doubling and kind of all in the same spots. This one's a little more minor on the wing, but still some pretty good doubling on the ribbon, just a touch on the beak and on the snake. So very similar to the 23 and just a little less extreme, I guess, but we'll take it. We're going to keep on moving through the box, and find any more of these, we'll just stack them up and tally them up. But for now, we're going to keep on moving. Well, we hit for the trifecta on the modern DDRs. We got 24 Philly, DDR number 1, with the doubling up underneath the ribbon there, and then on the stars, behind the eagle's head, a little bit on the beak. That's about it. So we'll add that to the finds pile and keep on plugging through the box. Hopefully find some silver somewhere, but it's been a minute for us, so I ain't holding out a whole lot of hope, but at least we're finding a little bit of something, so it makes the hunt a little more enjoyable, and hopefully it keeps up. So let's go. Alright, so we wrapped up on box 3 here. This is the 24 Philly DDR number 1 that we already looked at before. And I also came across a very similar one. Same thing on a 2024. It's just a little more spread out there on the inside part of the eagle's wing. And there's no real doubling on the ribbon, but then there is on the snake and the eagle's mouth there. So it looks like a second DDR, or I guess it'd be a third DDR, but it's not listed at this time. So and that's the first one we looked at. This is the one that is listed on Variety Vista. So for that one, the one that's listed, we ended up with, what's that, a total of, oh no, that's a 23, wrong pile. Total of 12 of those for the hunt. We ended up with 18 of the 23 DDRs. The one that's unlisted, 24s, we had 3 of those. Let's see what else we have. Oh, down here. This is the 24 DDR number 2. We had a total of 7 of those, and we had 3 more NIFCs. So we're still looking for our first silver of the hunt. Down to 1 box left to find it, so let's jump into it. On the first roll of the second half of box 4, got ourselves a whole coin, 1973 Denver. Thankfully, it didn't have the DDO on it, so no harm, no foul. So we got a coin for Vinnie Mays. We'll be sending along sooner or later. But for now, we're gonna keep on moving through this box, and like I said, second half already, so we're down to the nitty gritty. I got a few random finds we've had along the way, but we'll do a little recap at the end of the box. But for now, we're gonna keep on moving. So we're on roll 48 here, and I got one under the scope that I just don't know exactly what it is. It's 72 Philly with this happening. I'm not real sure. Doesn't look drilled, like there's not striations or anything in it. It's got kind of a weird like step down kind of between the layers of the metal there. I don't know how well it's going to show up. There's no damage at all on the reverse, which leads me to believe it's not post-mint damage, but I can't think of anything that would cause that exactly. But if you have some input, chime in there, but I have no idea. None whatsoever. It's definitely cool looking though. Let me lay it down and see if I can kind of zoom in a little bit here without losing all focus. It's kind of interesting. Just no idea what it is. I don't know if it is post-mint damage. I don't know how you would create that much force or on the coin without any kind of metal movement on the opposing side. So, not real sure. And then there's also like, you can kind of see around it on towards the rim and up towards the motto, there's something going on in the fields as well, so not real sure. That's probably about the best look we'll get at it right there. So if you got ideas, throw them out there. Let me know what you think. But I don't know what it is. It's cool looking, but I don't know what it is. So we're going to keep on moving. Just the rest of this roll and two more, and then we'll be back for a quick wrap up. And let's see what we get. Well, we wrapped up the 4 boxes here. And it's not quite what I was hoping for on our first week jumping up to 4 boxes, but we'll take what we can get and hope they get better from here. So we had 2 more NIFCs along the way, giving us a total of 7 out of 4 boxes. We had 2 more of the 23 DDR number 1s, giving us a total of 20. Yeah, 20 for the hunt. We had 1 more of the 24 DDR number 1s, giving us a total of 12 for the hunt. We had 1 more of the 24 DDR number 2, giving us a total of 9, I think it was. Yeah, 9 of those for the hunt. Whoop, sorry, I was off camera there a little bit. We had 1 more of the unlisted DDR on the 24. And then we had our 2 oddballs of the hunt. We had our whole coin and this 72, which I'm still perplexed by. I just spent another like 5 minutes looking at the thing. Still not exactly sure what to call it. I mean, I'm guessing it's some kind of damage, but I don't know. Looks cool though. One way, either way, looks cool. So I'm alright with that. But hopefully the next one will be a little bit better, folks. But I mean, we did have finds. They just weren't the exact craziness that you're hoping for. But they're fine. So we'll take them and we'll move on to the next one. And we'll see you over there, folks. Good luck on your hunts. Whatever you got going on coin-wise, or just in general, I guess. But I'll see you later. Peace. Well, we did kind of a quick run through on all 4 boxes. No enders, unfortunately. No super heavy rolls, unfortunately. But these boxes that were looked all new at the beginning, at least. One had 4 circulated enders. This one, the top row is all circulated enders. And about the next 10 or so are fairly heavy, but I'm pretty sure it's just because there's new coinage in there. They're like, I think the heaviest might have topped out around 226.5, somewhere in that range, but not a whole lot of hope in them. But we're gonna start on the 24s. Should be fairly quick, so we'll get through those, and then we'll move on to the other two boxes. But I just wanted to let you know there's a little bit of hope out there. There's definitely some circulated coins in them, so you never know. Let's jump in and find out.